Hello, my beautiful beings. Okay, so today's video, I got a couple ideas of videos that I want to talk about. I made a video about my 3/6 cleanse. I want to recap on that, and I'm also doing a different kind of cleanse, but I feel like it's only fair for me to go ahead and make this video about all of how I started off and with the majority of my videos talking about coming from the type of childhood and the way I was raised and feeling like been raised by a covert narcissist. And I got some notes over here because I want to make sure I don't miss anything. And sorry if I seem a little off. I fell asleep with my kids, and then when I woke up and I'm like, oh my god, I need to make my video. Like, I need to do this while they're still sleeping, so I'm still a little sleepy myself, but I'm gonna get out of it. Okay, well, first of all, I made the videos because I was feeling some type of way. This was a way for me to get it off my chest, right? But still, out of respect, I still went to my parents and really my mom and let her know, like, look, I've made these videos because I feel some type of way, and I just want to let you know out of respect that they're out there. Then my mom and my dad both went ahead and watched all of my videos, which, ain't nothing wrong with that. It's, it turned out to be a good reason, but I made them. It's not like I'm trying to hide it. It is what it is. But yeah, so they watched all my videos, and my dad was saying, because I talked to him afterwards, and he was saying, while we were watching them, your mom was kind of like, yeah, like, no, like, she got that wrong. She viewed that the wrong way. Okay, well, I mean, I feel this way for a reason, right? Like, it's got to be something. And then he was like, yeah, she kind of seemed like maybe she was a little bit angry or pissed off, but she didn't really speak on it. And then I was like, well, yeah, like, if she does, then I'll be able to be like, well, see, like, something's up. Like, like, you're angry for a reason. He was just like, well, no, I took it more of like, it's kind of like a kick to the stomach that you feel like you've been doing everything right for your child, and then they turn around and they feel like this. And now it's just like, that does kind of suck. Like, I do have to think about it that way as well. I want to think about everything full circle. Like, I don't want to just sit here and, feel like it's a little hard to explain. I don't want to feel like, like I've gotten to this point where I'm just like, I'm constantly putting somebody else down and they really don't deserve it, I guess, at the end of the day, even though it's like, but I feel this way for a reason though. Like, something had to happen. And so I just had to think about it from everybody's point of view, even though, I thought I did. And it's like, okay, it was almost kind of difficult because it's like, okay, so now I got to think about it in another way, because you're saying like, oh, she feels like she did the right thing. And now you're saying you don't feel that way at all. And I'm not going to sit here and like I said, put the blame on somebody like that when it's not due. But it's like, how come I did all this research into like covert narcissism and I'm just like, oh my god, it just hit home for me. Every little thing was like, oh my god, that's exactly what I dealt with. Like, and then to come find out and be like, but it's really not like that though. And it's like, what the hell? Like, what am I supposed to do now? Like, I done already said it. Like, I've made these videos talking about being raised by a covert narcissist, and now it's like, no, it's not really like that though. So I'm like, okay, like, happened for a reason. Something was going on. These things didn't just resonate with me and hit home for me for no reason. Since then, it's helped me like open my eyes to things a little bit differently. But what I will say, I felt these things for a reason, and maybe it was because to help somebody else out, to speak my story. I felt I didn't lie about anything. Not one thing was a lie. I was completely honest, and maybe it's because, I was getting messages from some people being like, oh my gosh, this is like another situation that I've been through. This is exactly the same. Like, I feel you. Maybe it's because I'm able to now see what that's like, and I can help heal other people. Or maybe it's because it's helped me on my spiritual journey, which I haven't really made videos about that yet because it's still so new to me. So I don't want to put out any misinformation, lead anybody the wrong way until I figure out what it really is myself. What I feel like now is I'm able to view things a little bit differently, like, okay, and a little bit deeper, like, how was she raised? Because it came from somewhere. She's not able to speak on any realness or speak about feelings or anything. Everything is hee hee ha ha funny, which I will say, her sense of humor, I definitely got all of that. I didn't get that from my dad. I got my sense of humor from my mom, which I 100% appreciate. Other side, she's not really able to talk about feelings and anything that's real, and she'll always like kind of brush it to the side and make a joke out of everything. And so I'm just like, well, where does that come from? Why is it like a cultural thing? Because we're from England. It's like everything is everything's so funny, hee hee ha ha, and drink our coffee and tea and want some biscuits. Like, I don't know. But maybe it is like, I'm just being real. Like, I'm not kind of like, man, like I was so within my other videos, like it's this, it's this, it's this, and now it's just kind of like, I don't really feel like I have that like almost that oomph in me, but it's like I got to keep it real. Like, that's what I'm gonna do on all of my videos, is always say my truth and always keep it 100% real no matter what. But so like I was saying, like, okay, how was she raised? Well, my grandparents, her parents were raised in World War II. I always mix it up. I'm guessing if you say like World War One, that was a long ass time ago, and it's like you're trying to really age some people here. So in World War II, and in England, and during that time, they're not really concerned about, you know, they're raising their kid, you know, their food is being rationed and shit. Like they going through it like what we're going through right now. This is almost kind of like what we're going through now, but I'm sure it was a whole lot worse with this COVID-19 and this whole pandemic thing, and how people are going crazy and buying all the freaking toilet tissue, like, which makes no sense. But if you are spiritual and you have looked into any predictions about 2021, it's predicted that things are going to get a whole lot worse, and grocery stores might be shutting down and shelves are going to be empty. But like I said, I don't want to go too deep into that until I know everything 100% myself. I'm here to make this video and talk about how I've been able to heal from that situation. My grandparents, you know, they were worried about raising their kids, but they're also like, look, we're gonna feed you, we're gonna make sure that you are living, we're gonna make sure you live, okay? We're not, and that's pretty much where their concern was at, not really more about like their mental state and how, you know, I guess really like being like super loving and like affectionate and stuff like that, because it's like, yo, like, you're alive, you're eating, like that's all we can really do as far as right now. And then it's also like, well, how are they raised? And, you know, it's like, it's a generational thing. That's what pretty much I've come to. Okay, so she's not able to really speak on, you know, feelings and stuff like that. And maybe the certain things that she did, I was taking it a certain type of way. I was taking it coming off as being extremely harsh and not showing any love because she doesn't know how to. And it led me to the point to where I was watching videos about narcissism. It bothered me my entire life. Something was happening. It wasn't like I just completely just made everything up. I know, I hope I'm making sense. I'm just trying to be real and just speak what it is, because it was like I felt some type of way, found out what it was. Now it's like it's kind of taking it the wrong way. Okay, and I also don't want to be completely disrespectful or hard on somebody when it's really not that way. You know, it's just things just came to me, just came off that way. It is what it is, and it led me to look into narcissism. Why? I don't know. Like I said, could be a spiritual reason, which I'm pretty sure it is, but I'll get deeper into that in another video because I want to make sure I got all the facts and everything when it comes to that, because it's still so new to me. I'm just looking at my notes. I was writing, and then it got to a point where I was like, okay, like I think I know where I'm going now. I just want to just speak freely, but I'm saying a lot. So that was pretty much it that I had wrote. Now I'm looking at it like, okay, like what did she do, like in a positive way? Like she buys gifts, like that's her thing. And I had mentioned that in another video, and it's like, that's not really for me. And that's how I took it. I was like, that's not really for me at the end of the day. I guess it's to make you look better or feel better, but maybe that's just, you know, that's just her way. And she said it before, but at that time I really couldn't take it. You know, that's just her way of being able to show love. Even after now, I feel like if I was really on the right track and really hitting home, she would, by this point, she probably would have been like, damn, well, I'm caught up. Well, fuck it then. Like, forget it. But what's around the corner? Christmas. She's still asking me, like, what do you want for Christmas? And not just what used to bother me, because her thing is, she loves Christmas, right? So she would buy a bunch of gifts, like smaller gifts, so it could really feel like Christmas, like you're opening presents all day long. And then I would usually end up with like a bunch of stuff that I really didn't want. It is what it is. But now she's like, okay, like what do you want? And it's aligning with me, because now I'm like, in another video I made talking about like I'm ready to level up and glow up on all levels. I'm ready for my life to just do I don't know, is it a 160 or a 180? I don't know, but I'm ready for shit to change. And so, and starting with that would be one of the things is my appearance and my wardrobe. So I did a little bit of makeup, which I usually don't do, and I haven't worn eyelashes in forever. I used to do cocktails before COVID hit, and so I would always have to wear like eyelashes and have like a little bit of glam and stuff. But once that stopped, I stopped wearing makeup, and so I'm like, you know what, I need to slowly get back into it. And then I also want to change my clothing, and so right now that's something that I want to do. And she's like, okay, well, take pictures of stuff that you want, like of the clothes that you want, the styles that you like, so I know what to get. And if it's like, if you was really pissed off and really felt like what I was saying was really hitting home, and it's like, oh shit, I'm caught up, you wouldn't be doing any of that. And so she's still doing that. She's still making sure, like, well, I want to get the kids presents, and she's like, they're already taken care of, like that part is done. So that's just making me look at it like, okay, like this is just your way of showing your love, pretty much. Honestly, it just made me like heal from it. And it's kind of weird because it's like it wasn't like a series of things happen. It was almost like a light switch just went off, and it was like, okay, you're good now. Like, okay, thank you. Like, cause that shit was fucking eating at me. Like literally, like and I even told her, like, whenever I come around you beforehand, like when I was telling her that I made those videos, I'm like, when I come around you, I always feel extremely awkward, and it's like almost kind of uncomfortable. I feel like I can't be myself. It's always really weird. And the last time I was over, I've been over there a couple times, but the last time I went over there was for Halloween, and I was there for quite a while doing stuff for the kids because I wasn't going to take them out and go trick-or-treating with this whole COVID shit going on. Felt normal, which I have literally never felt my entire life. But I was good. I could say what I wanted to say. I felt like I could do what I wanted to do. I didn't feel awkward. I didn't feel any type of tension. It was a good feeling, but then I also look at it like, okay, well, did I just make this shit up the whole time? Like, was this something that I made up in my mind? Was I really just viewing things completely wrong? I'm still working through that. I don't think so. I think there were some things going on because, like I said, she wasn't able to like talk about anything that's super real and deep, and she shows her love through other ways, and that was based off of how she was raised and how they were raised. I mean, my grandparents didn't even like my dad for the longest time, and maybe they never did because he was black. It's like, what kind of people do you think that they were, and the type of shit that they see when you don't, pretty much you're racist, you know? Don't want to sound, you know, rude or harsh, but it's like, it is what it is. Let's just, you know, keep it real. They don't like the fact that you're with somebody because of the color of their skin, which is wrong. But that's how, you know, the shit that you went through, and that's how that you were raised. So for you to be raised like that, and then to go be messing with black people, black dudes, have a baby by a black guy, now you got a black baby, you're going through some shit yourself. Like, you are putting I don't know what the word is, but you're basically like almost kind of like a little rebel yourself, right? And now you have this child, and you feel like, I'm doing everything I can for this child the way I see fit, because this is what I had to deal with. And then I'm like I don't like that shit, like like this is how I feel. And it's like, whoa, hold on, wait a minute, like I thought I was on the right path because I dealt with all this fuck shit. You had it good compared to what I was dealing with. So I wish I had more answers, like, but it's like so much time has passed. I've made another video already. Like, I need to make a video talking about this to let it know I've actually been able to heal from it, and hopefully other people, this is showing people like you can do it as well. Like, you can, even if you go talk to them, even if you don't, even if you just do what I did, make some videos, or just get a journal, start journaling. Scripting is very powerful. And then eventually you get to a point to where, for some reason, it's just like that light switch, and you're good, because you're viewing things from a different way, or you just get to a point where you're just like, I just don't even give a fuck anymore. You know, however that happens for you, it's going to happen for you. And I definitely hope that whoever this is resonating with is like, you know what, like, I'm ready to take that step. I'm ready to finally heal from it, because you might be viewing things differently than what it is, or you might be completely right, and for whatever reason, you're be able to heal as well. I feel like no matter what, I feel like anybody in any situation can heal from it. It's not something, you don't have to feel like you're being bogged down or dragged down, or you have these karmic relationships and it's always going to be like that, because that's not what we're here for. And I don't want to get too deep into the whole spiritual part, because I said, you know, I want to know more of myself before I start putting it out there, and then I start misleading people because I'm so new. I'm going to leave it there. Maybe I'll make another video and talk more about that. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I just feel like I'm good. Like, but hopefully, you know, I just didn't make hurt anybody else's feelings too much in the meantime, because it was with me saying like, this is this, da 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 da, but it's like hurtful to them, and it's like, it's not like that. Like, no, like you getting it wrong. Like, so I just don't want to make anybody else feel like they are just completely all fucked up, and I'm not mature enough to open up my eyes and see everything for what it is. Like, I can be like, hey, if I was wrong, I was wrong. Whatever it is, I've healed from it. Like, whatever it was, however it came to me, like, I feel good. I'm gonna go ahead and end it, and I love you guys. So much love, peace, and namaste.